When you have got an elephant by the hind legs and he is trying to run away, it's best to let him run. Public sentiment is everything. With public sentiment, nothing can fail. Without it, nothing can succeed. I care not much for a man's religion whose dog and cat are not the better for it. What kills a skunk is the publicity it gives itself. If once you forfeit the confidence of your fellow citizens, you can never regain their respect and esteem. True patriotism is better than the wrong kind of piety. Gold is good in its place, but loving, brave, patriotic men are better than gold. The people will save their government if the government itself will allow them. A man watches his pear tree day after day, impatient for the ripening of the fruit. Let him attempt to force the process, and he may spoil both fruit and tree. But let him patiently wait, and the ripe pear at length falls into his lap. I know that the Lord is always on the side of the right, but it is my constant anxiety and prayer that I and this nation may be on the Lord's side. Never regret what you don't write. Slavery is founded in the selfishness of man's nature. Opposition to it is his love of justice. These principles are an eternal antagonism, and when brought into collision so fiercely, as slavery extension brings them, shocks and throes and convulsions must ceaselessly follow. Ballots are the rightful and peaceful successors to bullets. Don't swap horses in crossing a stream. I desire so to conduct the affairs of this administration that if at the end I have lost every other friend on earth, I shall at least have one friend left, and that friend shall be down inside of me. With malice toward none, with charity for all, with firmness in the right, as God gives us to see the right, let us strive on to finish the work we are in, to bind up the nation's wounds. We here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Let's have faith that right makes might, and in that faith let us, to the end, dare to do our duty as we understand it. Tact is the ability to describe others as they see themselves. 77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Fellow citizens, we cannot escape history. We of this Congress and this administration will be remembered in spite of ourselves. No personal significance or insignificance can spare one or another of us. The fiery trial through which we pass will light us down in honor or dishonor to the latest generation. Everybody likes a compliment. These capitalists generally act harmoniously and in concert to fleece the people. And now that they have got into a quarrel with themselves, we are called upon to appropriate the people's money to settle the quarrel. When the white man governs himself, that is self-government. But when he governs himself and also governs another man, that is more than self-government, that is despotism. The way for a young man to rise is to improve himself in every way he can, never suspecting that anybody wishes to hinder him. Books serve to show a man that those original thoughts of his aren't very new at all. Republicans are for both the man and the dollar, but in case of conflict, the man before the dollar. Any people anywhere, being inclined and having the power, have the right to rise up and shake off the existing government and form a new one that suits them better. This is a most valuable, a most sacred right, a right which we hope and believe is to liberate the world. If I were to try to read, much less answer, all the attacks made on me, this shop might as well be closed for any other business. Discourage litigation. Persuade your neighbors to compromise whenever you can. As a peacemaker, the lawyer has superior opportunity of being a good man. There will still be business enough. With the fearful strain that is on me night and day, if I did not laugh, I should die. Surely God would not have created such a being as man, with an ability to grasp the infinite, to exist only for a day. No, no, man was made for immortality. Common-looking people are the best in the world. That is the reason the Lord makes so many of them. Let not him who is houseless pull down the house of another, but let him work diligently and build one for himself, thus by example, assuring that his own shall be safe from violence when built. The leading rule for the lawyer, as for the man of every calling, is diligence. Hold on with a bulldog grip and chew and choke as much as possible. As our case is new, we must think and act anew. With public sentiment, nothing can fail. Without it, nothing can succeed. When I hear a man preach, I like to see him act as if he were fighting bees. If ever I feel the soul within me elevate and expand to those dimensions not wholly unworthy of its almighty architect, it is when I contemplate the cause of my country, deserted by all the world beside, and I standing up boldly and lone and hurling defiance at her victorious oppressors. I hold that while man exists, it is his duty to improve not only his own condition, but to assist in ameliorating mankind. We can succeed only by concert. It is not, can any of us imagine better, but can we all do better? I want it said of me by those who knew me best, that I always plucked a thistle and planted a flower where I thought a flower would grow. Avoid popularity if you would have peace. I never had a policy. I have just tried to do my very best each and every day. My paramount object in this struggle is to save the Union, and is not either to save or to destroy slavery. If I could save the Union without freeing any slave, I would do it. And if I could save it by freeing some and leaving others alone, I would also do that. Everyone desires to live long, but no one would be old. If there is anything that a man can do well, I say let him do it. Give him a chance. I don't know who my grandfather was. I am much more concerned to know what his grandson will be. I can make more generals, but horses cost money.